Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
If you watched my Frankfurt Fred video, you know I did a little brewery trip in southeast of Cleveland. And I picked up a bunch of beers, and this is going to be another one from another brewery I went to. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. So like I said, I went to a bunch of different breweries out in like the Chagrin Falls area. I drove about 60 miles out of Cleveland and then worked my way back, hitting a bunch of different breweries. I think I hit 6 or 7 breweries throughout the course of the day. And I picked up beers from a handful of them. And this is another one of the beers I picked up. When I saw the name, I knew I had to get it and do a review of it, because this is the Disco Yeti. So you know why I had to have that, right? I'm the Ginger Yeti. This is the Disco Yeti. It's from Pompatus Brewing Company out of Chagrin Falls. I forget what I paid for this little crowler here. There's not much on the label here other than just the brewery name. It's all hippie, kind of colored. And the brewery name, if you don't recognize Pompatus, it's a 70s era nonsense word coined by Steve Miller, and it's reserved to describe space cowboys and folks called Maurice. And before I went to the brewery, I had no idea that that wasn't a real word, or that that was a word that was made up by Steve Miller. Did any of you out there know that? I'm not a big Steve Miller fan. I don't mind his music, but it's not something I listen to regularly. And I'm not a fan or anything, so I would never have a clue that that was a word that he made up. But that's pretty cool. So I'm guessing the brewers and the owners must be big Steve Miller fans, or they just like the word. Either way, pretty neat. So like I said, I picked this up there at Pompatus. This is the Disco Yeti, 5.9%. It's a cream ale. They didn't put the date on it, but that's okay, because this was crowlered on May 31st, and this is June 2nd. So it's well within date for a crowler. And I'm going to get on into it. Once again, this is another one of those beers, not a lot of check-ins, because it's a smaller local craft brewery, kind of outside of a major city. So this gets a 3.63 on Untapped with 162 check-ins. Beer Advocate was an NA. And it's got this neat screw top as opposed to like a pop-top can. So I assume you could, nice pop there. So I assume you could drink some of it now, seal it, and drink a little bit later. Get this cream ale poured out here. Expect this to be a nice light beer. Had a couple beers there, don't remember the names of them. I'll put those in the video, but they were very tasty. It was a small spot on the side of the road, but it was a really cool little spot. A lot of people in there. Everybody looked like they were having a good time. And they had a lot of beers on draft. So get a nose up on this. I almost get a hint of vanilla out of this. I wasn't expecting that, but that's about all. Just my slightest hint of vanilla. And that's somewhat cloudy light yellow. That might be some chill haze, I don't know, but that's somewhat cloudy light yellow. A lot of bubbles just rambling around in there. I mean, that's like below a 1 on my SRM chart. Had a nice pinky's worth of white bubbly head. And it's a good looking beer overall. Hope it's a good tasting beer, because a beer with my name on it better get a horns up, right? Let's find out. Cheers, everybody. Pretty tasty. It's crisp, it's clean, it's light. Just a little bit of tiny bit of malt sweetness, a little hair of hop bitterness cutting through that malt sweetness. Everything's real subdued, everything's real refined, everything's real tampered down. It's an easy drinking beer. But it's got that kind of typical sweetness of a cream ale. And I would take this over Genesee cream ale any day. I'd take this over a lot of cream ales any day. This is a very well done cream ale. No off-putting flavors. There's nothing weird in it. It's done very well. Like I said, it's very clean, very crisp, easy to drink. This would be nice on a hot summer day. It's a great beer. I give this beer big horns up. Pompatus Brewing Company, you named a beer Disco Yeti. I'm the Ginger Yeti, and I approve. I give it the big horns up. did a good job there. You have a nice little brewery there. Hope you have a long and successful career brewing beers. Hope a lot of people go visit you. And it's an adventure going out and doing these little brewery tours, hitting different breweries throughout the day. Never know what you're going to find. You find some cool spots. And you know what I say, embrace the adventure.